Coming up, this is William and that is Peter. Together they own one of the coolest used bookstores we've ever seen, and it's right here in South Florida. The Wynwood Walls are a popular destination for locals and tourists alike, and that got us thinking, how did this all start? Luckily, we'll meet the curator of the Walls to find out how it all started. Plus, these patches are helping kids with cancer, personal trainer Morgan Shapiro keeps exercising simple, and how to get started breakdancing. All that and more today on SoFlo Health. It's summer, it's hot, and it's time for health. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and I like getting outside all times of the year and moving in all types of ways. We're doing that today at Maurice A. Ferre Park, but SoFlo Health contributor Aniva Zaman, she prefers to breakdance.
From the streets to the Olympic stage, breakdancing has come a long way. Not only is it a dynamic dance form, but it offers a wide range of physical and mental health benefits. So let's grab the sneakers and go break down the science behind this dance sport. I'm Aniva Zaman for SoFlo Health, and I am here today with Ricky, aka Speedy Legs, here to talk to us about the exciting world of breakdancing. And I know you guys have a lot going on. Tell us about what we have going on in the studio.
Here at the David Posnick Jewish Community Center, we have our break master class implementing this program to show the discipline, the fitness, and the athleticism of the dance, plus the art and cultural side of it. What people call the spinning windmill, the Thomas Flair, all these moves that compose, that took it from just footwork and top rock to a level of like what people didn't even understand what it was yet.
How did you get people to actually fall in love with this art form and give them a different point of view?
What captures their attention first is the spin or flipping, but what entices the crowd is the competition and basically defying gravity to maximum.
Can you explain to us really quick what b-boying is?
The b-boy is the essence, the flavor of the individual. Each individual has that energy that they want to release it through dance.
So Felix, tell us about how b-boying or breakdancing has gone from the streets to now being an Olympic sport.
There's several organizations that played a big role. It's time for us to really educate these kids and give them an outlet on how to breakdance and how to be an athlete. We want to build leagues. We want to build teams.
How are you guys actually training your dancers, or should I say athletes, to gear up for the Olympics?
And we give potential breakers a chance to compete, socialize, network, and be a part of the community.
How would you actually condition yourself, your body, to be trained for something like the Olympics?
Yeah, well, I'm not a current dancer, but
you used to be.
I used to break back in the day. As you know, breakdancing incorporates gymnastics, martial arts, even some salsa dancing. You got to be lean, you got to be mean, and you have to have the right diet. A lot of them have nutritionists, sports trainers, therapists, things of that nature, because you have to not only condition your body, you also have to condition your mind. There's a lot to it, and everybody has their own method.
So guys, we talked about the history, we talked about the Olympics, and now we're going to go into a little bit of the techniques of breakdancing. So Susie here is going to tell us about how the science actually behind breakdancing. So tell us a little bit about how it benefits the mind and body.
Well, I think it's really an athletic sport. We do a lot of exercises in class to build that core strength. Everything that we do in terms of the warm-up and the conditioning. Breakdancing works on agility, strength, self-esteem, working as a team, being able to perform, and feeling confident, understanding musical beats and movement. There's so much involved. Yeah. Here at Breakmasters Academy, we are big advocates of peace, love, unity, and breaking fun.
Since the invention of the printing press, over 129,864,880 books have been published. And that's enough, right? Right. If you happen to be looking for one of those books, then you can find it here. In the digital age, it doesn't really seem like anybody reads anymore, especially out of a book. Usually, you'll Google it, see it on a video, and that's fine. You might get some good information there, but some of the best information can be found in books. And books are found in bookstores, which are disappearing again because of the digital age. But luckily, there's an extra special bookstore called the Old Florida Bookshop, where I'm looking for books on health. But this is architectural history, European architecture. Something tells me I'm in the wrong section. Let's go find William and learn more. This is William of the Old Florida Bookshop. William, thank you so much for having us in your beautiful shop.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Of course. So, first of all, where did you get all these books?
I dragged them down from up north, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Virginia, finally, and then here to Florida.
Wow. And most bookstores have the luxury of big printing houses, shipping them tons of books to sell.
Yes.
That is not the case here.
That's been kind of fun because it's distressing to have someone come in and say, I want Pride and Prejudice and not have a copy. And then someone else come in the same day and want the same book. So we started ordering new books as well.
Yeah. What sets you apart besides obviously all of this?
Every book is chosen to be in the store. We spend a lot of time on quality. They could be a book from the 1920s, but they look sometimes like new because people that have owned them have taken really great care of them.
Yeah.
And that's hard to find in Florida, especially because books in Florida tend to be ravaged by creatures or
mold,
mildew,
humidity.
Yeah, it's terrible here. So this is an environment that's low humidity and there's no creatures at all. And it's sort of a sanctuary for books that are in good condition.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm in Harry Potter or a movie set or something.
Yeah.
Tell me about the design of this place. Is this something you chose?
I did it. I built it. Yeah, bit by bit. It took me almost 2 years.
That's very cool. And some of these books look like ancient history. I mean, you have things that look like tomes from a cave somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have books back to the 15th century, certainly.
Wow.
Not many, but we have some.
Do you buy books?
Yeah, absolutely. They have to be, the condition's really important to us. Sometimes I don't even let people bring books in because I don't know what's in the box. I look at them outside.
That's smart.
Yeah, so condition's everything to me.
So this is a place that's not just a bookstore, it's also a place for people to visit and also a community around people that appreciate books.
We have a whole section of books outside. We leave out 24 hours a day, and if you want a book, you just put $1 in the door, and sometimes we get $20 or $30, up to $70 one night in the door, overnight. Just people being honest.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
If people do want to get in contact, how can they?
oldfloridabookshop.com, and then the number is 954-319-1441.
I have one more question for you, though.
Yes.
Who's behind us?
Peter.
Peter?
Yeah.
Well, Peter, thanks for having us in your shop as well. I think that's a wrap for us.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come right back. Delicious Poke has made its way to West Broward, and we'll meet the curator of the Wynwood Walls when SoFlo Health returns.
Focusing on you. From your team of experts at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, South Florida's only National Cancer Institute designated cancer center.
After surviving prostate cancer, Julio Monsalve still had fears about the future.
I would think about my kids and my family.
Dr. Frank Pinedo, Director of Survivorship and Supportive Care at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, part of UHealth, University of Miami Health System, says cancer survivors face unique challenges.
There's an emotional toll that cancer takes on people. We know from the research that about 1/3 of our cancer patients and survivors have clinically elevated levels of anxiety or depression or both.
Sylvester's NCI designation allows patients access to studies like the one Julio enrolled in to better manage stress.
The study used relaxation techniques such as journaling and meditation to help reduce stress. Julio says it worked so well, he's sharing what he learned with other cancer survivors, and he's encouraging all men to get their prostate screenings.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Dr. Pinedo says it's critical for cancer survivors to keep these 3 things in mind.
Acknowledge stress, do not become socially isolated, be social, and address your lifestyle.
Julio continues to share his cancer journey to inspire others and is grateful to the Sylvester team.
It's like they give me back my life.
According to the National Restaurant Association, Florida is the 4th largest state by number of restaurants. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Franke. I'm at the Dogs and Cats Walkway next to the Perez Art Museum. And speaking of restaurants, here's one of them, a healthier one of them. Last year around this time, I was in Hawaii, and while I was there, it seemed like there were poke bowls on every corner, which is great because it's fresh and healthy. They're harder to find here in the mainland though, but not impossible because we found Point Break. They have excellent poke bowls and so much more. Let's go inside and meet Memphis Garrett and learn more. As promised, I'm now joined by Memphis of Point Break. Memphis, thanks a lot for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, now I say from Point Break, but a lot of people might recognize you like, why does that guy look familiar? You're on Big Brother, correct?
Yeah, Big Brother season 10 and season 22.
And how did that turn into this?
Well, this has always been happening, right?
Okay.
So I've been in the hospitality industry my whole life, and I went on that show strictly just to make money.
Yeah, it just so happened that you worked well.
Yeah.
So this has a very Hawaii-inspired feeling to it. Is that the case?
Yeah. So I lived in LA for a very long time. My family is from Orange County, so there were many trips to Maui, many trips going surfing, and there it kind of opened my eyes to kind of how it was presented, how it was made, and realized, you know, stateside on the mainland, it never really existed.
That's great. Now I want to take a bite of this. What am I about to bite?
Yeah, so this is the Venice Beach Bowl. This is a bowl that's been around since since we created the brand literally 7 years ago. Fresh salmon, yeah, a little bit of seaweed, a little bit of cucumbers. Now, so the biggest thing with poke bowls, it's all about the freshness of the products.
In fact, I find a lot of times that poke bowls get ruined.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
people are trying too hard to make something that already works different, and if you just have to do it well, I think that's the important thing.
It's freshness. I mean, that's what makes it great. You know?
Yeah. And what is over in front of you?
Yeah. So I don't know how healthy fried rice is, but you got to have at least some filling and very indulgent things on the menu. So this is a chicken fried rice that we do here, and it's unreal. So you got to dive into that.
Sure.
And tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, this is very, very good. I won't worry about the health about it too much. Sometimes when you enjoy yourself, you just want to make sure that even your indulgences are on the healthier side, meaning they're fresh, well made.
Everything's fresh. We make it to order. So.
Well, if people would like to learn more, how can they?
Yeah, check us out. Instagram, is one of our biggest, kind of feeders.
Well, Garrett, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it. I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, well, we've got some food to eat. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Did you know that the Wynwood walls didn't just pop up that way? They've actually been curated, and we spent some time with the curator to find out more about how it all began in the first place. And if you want to learn how to create graffiti on your own, she can help you with that as well. This is Jessica of Goldman Global Arts, and we are at the very famous Wynwood Walls. Jessica, thank you for joining us today.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you here in one of the most beautiful places in Miami.
I agree. It is definitely one of the most beautiful and becoming one of the most iconic places in Miami.
Yes.
Most people that are in South Florida know where we are. But for those that aren't familiar, where are we and what is Wynwood Walls?
So the Wynwood Walls is the largest outdoor street art museum in the world. We came here in the early 2000s and we saw this amazing neighborhood that was kind of covered in graffiti, and we invited the greatest street artists in the world to come paint so that we could create a heartbeat for the neighborhood.
Yeah, and speaking of art, let's get close up and look at some of it.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So now we have something pretty cool for you. Jessica's gonna do a little 360 turn with us and talk about what's behind us as we do so. So Jessica, what's behind us?
Every year we bring about 10 to 12 artists to the Wynwood Walls to come paint. So this year, this is a new artist from Germany, Drick the Villain. And then you have an artist here, this is Matsu from Tokyo. You have Biciclette Samfredo from Brazil. We have Dirk, who is from Spain, and so it gives you perspective.
I love that, and I think the people of South Florida certainly appreciate it. Now, we've got a special one in the front we want to go see, right?
We do.
So Jessica, tell me what's special about this mural.
Well, I can't say that I have a favorite mural, but this one's super special for me personally. Actually, that's my dad.
Hey, Dad.
Over your shoulder. It's Tony Goldman, who's the founder of our company, an amazing, amazing visionary, and also an incredible father. And so this is a piece by the artist Shepard Ferry. This is the third mural that he has done here. And it's always about empowering and interesting human beings and people that make a difference in the world.
We love it. We're here a lot because of how much there is to see here. If people would like to learn more about Wynwood Walls or find out some more, how can they?
They can go to our website, to our Instagram, and then we also have the Wynwood Walls Foundation, which is an organization that we started to kind of empower young people to discover their creative self.
Well, Jessica, thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Definitely. Thanks to you too, Tony.
Bye, Pat.
Patches like these are helping kids make it through their battle with cancer, and Morgan keeps exercising simple after the break on SoFlo Health. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and in case you missed it, we headed over to a bookstore that looks like it's a movie set. We had some poke at a new restaurant in Plantation and even went breakdancing. If you did miss it, however, you can catch it on SoFloShows.com. Now don't miss this. I'm now joined by Trisha of Oliver Patch Project. Trisha, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Hunter. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Tell me, what is Oliver Patch Project?
Oliver Patch Project is a program for children with pediatric cancer that was born out of the diagnosis of leukemia of my son, Oliver. We created the program as a way for children to experience positivity and love during their time going through treatment.
Very cool. And I see lots of names up on the wall around me. Tell me about these names.
So every one of the names that you see up on the board here is representative of a child. So we sent out our first garment in September of 2021, and now we have 800 kids in the program and growing.
Where do these patches come from?
Well, our original patches were given to us by people, friends, neighbors, and then a lot of people we didn't know. And now the patches that we create for the kids have been all designed by artists just for the kids. So you might want one of our patches. You can't have it, Hunter. It's just for the kids.
That's great, especially in like fashion and design. There's exclusivity and people value that. So it's wonderful for the kids to be able to have something that's just for them, designed for them, and that they can know, like you said, kind of part of their war story that they can identify with in a good way.
Studio IDC is an interior design firm based here in Miami. We're 26 years old. Studio IDC is very closely affiliated to the Oliver Patch Project. Trisha, my daughter, who's vice president of Studio IDC, is also Oliver's mom. Our firm decided, how could we create our version of design patches? And so the designers and our team came together and created some happy and positive patches that will become part of their many, many patches that they have that they give to all these children. What we'd love to do is to get other design firms also helping us create fabulous patches and put their artistic touches on it so that we could bring these patches and awareness to all of these kids in the battle that they're going through.
What does Oliver think about all this now that it's gotten much bigger?
Oliver loves it. He's a really special, loving kid, and he loves to be part of it, and he loves to go to events and talk to kids, and I think he feels very invested in it, which is awesome.
If people would like to learn more about the Oliver Patch Project, how can they?
Go to our website. Everything's there.
Great.
oliverpatchproject.org.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Hunter.
Of course. Do you have a bad habit of overcomplicating exercise to the point where you don't even do it? Well, personal trainer Morgan Shapiro is here to help. We do all sorts of workouts on SoFlo Health, and sometimes the simplest thing to do is just go for a walk. But we've even found ways to spice that up with some extra movements, exercises you can stop and do, intervals. But what about just the plain old walk? Can it be that simple?
It can be that simple, Hunter. You know, movement can be anything, but so many people underestimate a simple walk.
Yeah, I mean, there's something just nice about going for a walk, doing a simple exercise that doesn't have a whole lot of moving parts to it.
Yeah.
This is personal trainer Morgan Shapiro, of course, and she's going to talk to us today about the different things we can do to take care of ourselves on a walk, but just keep it to the walk.
Yeah.
So before we continue on, is there anything that we should be doing to prepare?
I would say let's do a quick little warm up first. So we're not gonna spend too long. Let's just start off with the hamstrings.
Okay.
So you're gonna give me a little dynamic stretch forward, reaching forward, keeping that toe up, then switching legs. So we're not holding anything, right? We're moving through it fluidly. So now let's roll the ankles out. You use those a lot when you're walking. And if you're seated all day, all this stuff tends to be a little tight. And then we're just gonna focus on the front, the hip flexors.
Okay.
So you're gonna pull that back.
Right. Yeah, if you've been sitting all day, if you're not ready to just start moving instantly, it's a good idea to get some blood flow.
Yeah,
to warm up first.
2 to 5 minutes, nothing crazy, and just get your body ready, and then go ahead on your walk.
Yeah, let's continue.
Let's do it.
Maybe the most obvious thing to consider when you're going for your walk, footwear.
Oh, yes.
What should we know?
Don't wear sandals. Maybe don't wear Crocs. I would try to go for some type of sneaker, right? Laces, you can tie it tight.
Yeah.
Something to have some ankle support.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. A good rule of thumb, especially for running or walking shoes, is it should be a shoe that's fairly flexible.
Yes.
Allows your foot to bend and flex along with it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But let's keep it safe, supportive, and something you're comfortable in to just get moving.
And speaking of walking around the neighborhood, let's continue walking around the
Let's do
neighborhood.
it.
I think I heard the Jungle Queen.
No.
So we're warmed up, talked about our footwear.
Yep.
What's next?
So I think it's really important we talk about hydration. I like to bring my water bottle with me when I'm going on a nice leisure walk. If you don't feel like doing that and you know you're going for a walk, drink water throughout the day. Make sure to not only drink water, but you want to also incorporate electrolytes, so your sodium, potassium, magnesium.
Yes, and something else to consider is the surface that you're walking on.
That is very important,
What do we need to know?
You want to be mindful if you're walking on a surface that is slanted. Why? Because if one side's up and you're walking a little lopsided, you're probably going to have some pain afterwards, right? So if that's the only option, or soreness, if that's the only option for you and you have to be at a little bit of a slant, walk to the end, then come back the other way, switching sides, so you at least even yourself out. But if you can, try to find a flat surface.
Well, is there anything else we need to know?
I would say get outside, put on your shoes, and go for a walk.
Yeah, simple as that. Go for a walk. Don't make it too long or too short. Just do what feels right. And if you're wearing new shoes, please take care of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Break them in. Yeah.
All right. Enough walking. Or sorry, enough talking.
Enough talking. Let's go walking. There you go.
This next part has nothing to do with health and everything to do with SoFlo. Here's a fun quiz for the break. How much more popular is Cuban cuisine here in Florida than in other states? Is it A, no difference, B, 223% more popular, C, 565% more popular, or D, 757% more popular? The answer after the break. Before the break, I asked you how much more popular is Cuban cuisine in Florida than in other states? Is it A, no difference, B, 223% more, C, 565% more, or D, 757% more? The answer is D, 757% more. Shocking, I know. Here's another piece of useless information that you didn't want to know about Cuban cuisine, but you may share later on with your friends. Did you know that the 6-inch Cuban sandwich on average has about 600 calories? Well, now you do. And with that, that's all we have for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloShows.com. You can follow us using @SoFlo Health to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. Until next week, it's goodbye, good health, and good grief, it's hot.
Next week on SoFlo Health, it's all about women's health. Join Olivia, Morgan, a famous local chef, the experts, and me for a special episode just for the ladies. Don't worry, gents, the week after that, there's a show just for you, too. It's all right here on the next SoFlo Health. We'll see you then.